So first of all, you want to make sure that your tracking is set up properly on your website, because if that tracking code isn't installed, there's no way that Google Analytics can collect the data it needs to give you the information that you want. I'm not going to walk through how to set up a Google Analytics account. It's pretty easy and straightforward, and there's tons of videos out there on how to do it. Usually it's just analytics.google.com, and then from there, if you just follow the setup wizard, you'll have an account set up very quickly. From there, once you have it set up, this is my Google Analytics account for my website, or one of my websites. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that my code is installed to my website, and where I go to do that is admin and tracking info and tracking code. And here's the code that you need, and here's a tracking ID. I'm not going to go through how to set it up and install it on every different type of website like WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, because there's so many different types that would be a video in itself. If you don't know how to do it on your website, you can always just Google Google tracking code, Google Analytics tracking code, and your website host that you use, whether it's Squarespace and so on. Some websites will need the whole code, some will just need the tracking ID, and makes it pretty simple. For WordPress, if you use headers and footers plugin, that also makes it super easy. But either way, that's where you go to get that code. So once you have it, you install it on your site. From there, you want to make sure that it's working. So here is one of my websites. I have a helper plugin installed on my browser that will tell me, hi, my dog stopped in to say hello because she's precious. I have a helper plugin installed on my Chrome browser that tells me if my Google Analytics tracking code is set up properly and working. So that's been installed, and as you can see here, there's a little icon up in the screen here. So I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to hit record. And it's just going to show a notification here. So once I do that, I'm going to refresh the page. My page is refreshed, and then I can go up here, and I can look, and there's a few different ones here, and you'll notice that my Google Analytics tracking code here, 250-1, the same one that's here. So this basically means that it is set up properly on my website and recording everything that it needs. So I highly suggest installing that plugin extension to your Chrome browser to check that when you're done to make sure that it's running properly.